For those of you that don't know, Jeremy is my master mechanic. He's my friend, and he's my brother. Not really my brother, he's my brother. Okay, so we're going to be filming him working on his brakes for his WRX. It's currently down at the moment, but we're going to get it back up. There it is. Alright, let's get started. I'm just gonna sit here and watch you do all the work.
That's what I said. You can tell me Bahama out.
Dude.
I'll sit on my wheel. Yeah, I run 20 mil spacers in the front on the stock wheels.
Do you have any issues with alignment?
No. I definitely drove differently afterwards because of the change in scrub radius or whatever.
Yeah. Probably has a wider track too. That's probably why it handles so well.
It has a much wider track now.
Yeah. Even though it's not a wider tire, in some cases running a wider tire actually makes you slower.
Mm-hmm.
But having a wider track, that'll do it.
Let's go get a whole case of brake cleaner. They gave me fucking carb cleaner.
Are you serious? What's the difference?
This is just like if brake clean is like, how do I explain it? If brake clean is vinegar, then carb cleaner is like hydrofluoric acid. Oh, like it's just pretty much the same thing, but it's like 3 times stronger.
Okay.
So, like that's why I'm not cleaning off my brake calipers because I'm worried it's gonna take the paint off it. Okay. I actually removed the sound deadening partially in my Mazda with carb cleaner. It's the best brake grease right here. Honda Genuine.
Honda Genuine, dude. Wait, is that actually Honda Genuine?
Yeah. That's what comes in the Honda brake pads.
Dude, who's your supplier? I want another main guy.
Yeah, I got some Stop Tech brake pads. I've never used aftermarket brake pads before, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I always want to make sure that you grease the shims on it.
Otherwise it'll squeal.
Yes. This is what will make your brake.
I pad slapped my EG hatch one time and it just squealed like a mother.
Yeah, you probably didn't lube anything either, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't lube anything.
Can't go wrong with lube, man.
Yeah, that's probably why my caliper seized, now that I think about it.
Could be a multitude of things. Did the piston seize or was it the slide pins? Do you remember?
Slide pins. No.
No.
Yeah.
You couldn't compress?
You can compress, but I couldn't knock it up. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't swing it upwards.
Yes, that would be the slide pins.
Yeah.
These don't have slide pins since
what do
they're
they use?
The 4-pot style thing. It kind of just uses the pressure of all 4 pistons. I'll show you when I compress the pads for one of the pistons. The cool thing that I was really excited about with these Stop Tech pads, so I fucking went everywhere. I went to the dealership, I went to Napa, I went to O'Reilly's, and no one had brake hardware. These came with brake hardware.
What?
Which is like, I mean, it's brake hardware. Another thing, if you want to get some advice from a tech, brake hardware is a very often neglected thing. Essentially, these could be your slide pins. So these sit through like that, and this clip and this push them out so they don't drag, but they're actually going to slide on this. So if these are all nasty and all gunky, then it's just going to stick on them. I think that's why my rear brakes don't work. It's because my...
oh yeah, that's right. Do they work now? They still don't, right?
Kind of. I took some of the... I'm sitting over here talking about the importance of hardware. Took some of the hardware out, and now they work a little bit better, but I think that proves the fact that they're seized on the hardware. And the hardware is just keeping them from...
Yeah, and it, honestly, like, who wants to be slowed down by a $2 part?
Seriously, though.
Like,
that little piece of metal.
Yeah, I
really
also...
not that big of a deal.
On that same EG hatch, and this is a torture story, basically. I also over-torqued the bolt, and it snapped. So I had to take off the whole caliper, go to O'Reilly's next door, drill into it, and then try to pull it out. It took a long time. We had to pull it out by hand with a vice grip.
Noob problems.
I know, some I also didn't know you couldn't just pad slap, like that's not recommended. Yeah. I thought that's what all brake jobs were. I was like, I'm not gonna pay anybody to do this. I can do this myself. I mean, you can.
Tons of videos I was looking at videos on YouTube of how to do brakes on this, and everyone's just pad slapping them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, so technically, like, you want to resurface them if they're like warped or if they have deep grooves in them. Like mine have some pretty good grooves in them. That's why I'm replacing them. They were worse, but you can feel them. So that's why I'm replacing these.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could probably resurface these, but it's just a pain. It's just.
And you're a car guy, so you like to spend money on car parts.
Yeah, and look how nice these rotors are. These are the fancy Napa coated ones.
What does it mean to be Napa coated?
The guy at Napa was like, apparently there's some like polymer coating on them that like keeps them from rusting.
Like the edges?
Yeah, he claims on the inside and through the vents and stuff, so that's not gonna rust. He also claims that the coating lasts like on it after you resurface it and stuff. But
I doubt it. I doubt it's down to the metal.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
The after light, the long light. Other one, the one next to it.
There's another light?
Yes, the long
Oh my.
one. Yes, that is the light. Extremely useful light. Highly recommend Astro tools.
Astro, man.
This thing is only $40. It's got the hook and it's got a magnet.
Really?
So it's on.
It sure beats crap on, dude.
Seriously.
Dude, I don't get it, man. You pay. I realize, like, now that
It's
you're working.
rechargeable and shit.
Yeah, every aspect of the car industry is a scam, unless you're a tuner. Even then, it's just if you're a tuner, you know you're getting scammed, but you're okay with it.
Mhm. Yeah.
You're like, oh, $400 for brake pads, dude, it's a deal. Honestly, dude, like for things like sockets and honestly even impacts, shit. I don't know what you couldn't get at Harbor Freight that wouldn't. Oh.
There's a saying: if it has moving parts,
Yeah.
don't get it from Harbor Freight.
Yes, exactly. Sockets, dude, you're more likely to lose them than break them. Let's be honest.
Yeah, right. And as long as like Harbor Freight's honestly trying to step up their game too because of their bad rep, and they came out with like a professional series,
Yeah.
quote unquote. And I actually just got one of their 1/4-inch ratchets, and it's all right.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a snap-on ratchet, but I think I paid like $15 for it, and the snap-on equivalent's like $80.
Yeah.
That still has lifetime warranty, so
Really, done deal.
yeah,
Dude.
right.
Right, because if either one breaks, you're still going to be out of a tool.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I obviously have yet to break it, but we'll see how their warranty is. Like,
Yeah.
If they just like hands-free, just no hassle, just
Mm-hmm.
no questions asked, just replace it then.
Warranty's also kind of up to the guy who owns the truck.
And it's I got the 1/4-inch.
Yeah. You're not going to be using it on too much.
And you're not going to be torquing something a lot with it. You
Exactly.
know, whatever you're using 1/4-inch for is probably not that tight.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I really need to replace that axle.
Well, let's say it's like a 1/2-inch drive something. You probably should go big.
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
I tore the axle boot when I was doing my
that's right.
when I was doing all my suspension stuff. It takes some persuasion to get her off. Never let it hang by the hose, as everyone should know.
Yeah.
Sometimes
You
these
gotta
also
stack it up on the suspension.
Sometimes these also take some persuasion.
Man, how does it feel not having a Blue Point special box?
It's all right. That's a Harbor Freight box.
Yeah, dude, it works. It's literally the same box. The same Chinese kid made it, dude.
It's got more space too. So
Yeah, done deal. How
You
much
can
did you spend it? Like $400?
it was like $80.
Oh my! Yeah, seriously,
So yeah.
dude, it was so stupid. When I worked at the body shop, everybody was like, "Bro, you should get a Matco box." I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of cool." How much are they? Like, oh, a couple thousand.
You can definitely feel like I obviously have opened the drawers many times
Yeah.
at work, and these are not as high quality drawers.
I see.
But
Do you want to
I
spend?
mean-
Do you want to spend an extra $800 for bearings?
yeah, right.
It's just slide bearings, dude. Come on, you're a mechanic. I don't know how they do it, dude. How they get mechanics that know stuff overspend like that. Like the freaking trusty persuader over there.
I have many persuaders. This is my dead blood persuader. Yeah. Come over there and you can see the nasty axle boot.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I
Was
forgot
it-
what I was doing, but I think I like disconnected this strut or something.
And just pulled it out a little bit.
No, I had the axle still in when I was trying to take the strut out, and I like dropped it right on it, and it was
Oh.
like seized, and I couldn't move anything, and it was just sitting
So
there.
you panicked and pulled. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was-
Does it click?
No.
Not yet.
Anyways, no, that's cool. I should probably clean some of that up though. These are all. These rags are more. So since that rotor was stuck on there, probably a good idea to clean it up a little bit. So I'm doing. your Tommy Bahama
Yeah,
right now. We just had a guy start one of Ted's friends that started at work.
Nick?
No, some guy named John.
Oh, okay.
And he's telling me that, like, if you don't do this in Ohio, that people's wheels will fall off, even if you torque them.
What?
Yeah, because there's so much rust buildup in Ohio. He also said that they don't resurface rotors.
Really?
They're just so rusty on the inside that it's not worth it.
Wow.
And I was like, we resurface rotors 3 times in a brake job.
Is it the bigger guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like insanely surprised to see a 2000 CRV. He's like, whoa, this thing would have been eaten apart by now. You forget living over there.
Also, you can put wheel bearing grease on the front of that. I'm not gonna mess around with that kind of stuff.
You wouldn't be able to get this sweet RX-7 over there. It would be rusted, especially since Mazda's notorious about.
It's got a little bit of rust on it, but they got painted over. It's right there. I cut half of it off. Don't mind all my shit here, but that rot spot right there is the only rusting. Guess what sits right above that?
What does?
The battery.
The battery. Oh, sweet. So it's just going to stay perfectly not rusted, right?
Yeah, that's where that's like the textbook RX-7. Like RX-7 guys will know that's where your RX-7.
So battery relocation.
Yeah.
Yep. On a nice little blanket.
Yeah.
A rubber mat.
Yeah, a good box or something.
Yeah.
I like to put something on it. Some people will use like a lug nut and an axle nut. I have open-ended lug nuts just to hold the rotor in place for ease of all this. You want to hand me a 12 mil?
Yes, sir.
This is not a 12 mil.
That's not a 12 mil either.
It's not. It'll be.
You're talking about the. Okay.
It'll be on the box. That's the one that set this rotor.
The caliper.
Pins come out. These pins, you'll see how easy it is to put the new ones in.
You're not even using a tool.
Well, these are a little bit difficult. Yeah, you can see all the crap on them.
Crap on.
All nasty and stuff. You could probably clean those with a wire wheel, but then you take material off of them.
Yeah.
My brake pads also aren't really that bad, but
they definitely need a changing though.
Unevenly there. I think that's also due to the hardware.
Yeah. This hardware right here. This. You have new hardware though.
Exactly. That's my mom. Want to meet my mom? Meet Mama.
Dude, she pulled up in the truck.
Yeah.
Wink.
You like my mama. She's a pleasure. Bought that car brand new. It's a Denali too. XL Denali.
Brand new?
Yeah, they bought it brand new way back in 07.
I don't get GMC, man. Like, you know it's a shit.
We were just talking about that the other day. she knows. Hey. What's up? How's your day?
So, Jeremy, let's talk about this tool right here.
This is my special tool. This is my OEM. Got this from the dealership, from the Subaru dealership.
Okay.
Yeah. It's compressed brake pistons. OEM.
Oh yeah, just keep saying it.
Very OEM. I like to use a brake pad in there. The weird thing about these is that since all the fluid's all in one thing, sometimes you push them in and the other ones come out. So it's kind of a battle here.
And that's it. Just use the original brake pad to compress the piston.
Yep. Pretty much. Just kind of evenly applies force to it when you do it like that.
Dude. Now you don't have to buy a $50 tool.
Yeah, this is my $50 tool.
Yeah, because and
it works for other things.
Exactly. The caliper thing's only good for one thing. Only Hondas too, right?
You can get like the master set and stuff, and they make ones that are like dual. They make one that has like essentially looks like it has 2 brake pads, and then it has like a ratcheting thing in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I was coming in to say hi. Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. She's very pleasant.
That's where I get my good looks from.
Yeah, dude. Has anybody ever told you about your jaw?
No.
You can cut glass, dude. Dude, like if somebody ever ran out of diamonds for machining. Hey, Jeremy, can you come over here real quick? Oh.
It's partially the facial hair, you know, a secret trick. Always, if you don't have a strong jawline, you always gotta have some kind of facial hair around your jaw.
DJ Khaled and everyone else knows it.
See that? I'll compress these ones, and the other ones on the other side will come out.
Oh, that's annoying. So you gotta hit this a few times.
See that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not like all the way out. Some people will like put wood in here to do it, but it's kind of...
Hey, there's a perfect fit right here. It's the original brake pad.
Yeah. I go here, and then I gotta go back over. It does it eventually. Probably should have checked my brake fluid to make sure it's not gonna spill out, but we're professionals here.
We are nothing but professionals.
I want to get them down enough to fit the new pads. For these, it's easiest if you have it on. Then we'll put the pads in the back.
Dude, that looks good.
Thank you. Need to put a new layer of paint on these calipers.
Did they fade from high temp usage?
Yeah, and from massive amounts of brake
Stopping
dust.
car?
And from, you know, I probably should also use a rag or something on it so I don't mess it up with my special tool, but don't really give a whole lot of
Hoots?
flux right now. Gosh darn it.
What do we do when the bolt starts trying to cross thread? Just give it a few ooga doogas.
It's German torque. Good and tight. Man. Don't worry guys, this is my first time. Never done brake.
Wow, can you believe some people go to school for this?
God, those guys are idiots. Yeah, the bolt for the strut is really close to this caliper bolt here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I used a wrench at first. It's probably best to use a wrench in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and do after this.
How awesome are the wobblies? Just
They're the best. I mean, it saves so much time. If you're a mechanic, if you do it professionally, it's a must. It's just, there's so many times where you can avoid actually taking things out by using those. And if you do this professionally, then you know that being able to skip removing things can make you a lot of money.
mm-hmm. Would you say that someone should probably buy wobblies instead of a socket set to begin with?
Honestly, if you get like long sockets and those, you might be set. Because obviously there's sometimes like that where you would need a long socket,
mm-hmm.
but a lot of times if a short socket works, then a wobbly works. So yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I do suggest getting the Matco ones. I think the Matco ones are the best. Not everyone uses the same like system.
Mm-hmm.
Work it to spec. Some people use thread locker on these. But
Mm-hmm.
I've never had one come loose before. As long as you torque it to spec.
Yeah. Which is spec. That's spec, right? It sounds like it.
Yeah. You didn't hear the click? So now we're gonna put our pads in, which is quite easy. Your top guy in. Your deal. You gotta have it line up with the hole. She said.
Jeremy.
This clip. pin is going to go under right there on one side, like so. Goes through. And you don't do that. And you get your bottom one. And it goes under that.
It's actually super simple.
Yep, that's that. So it's
Wow.
gonna slide on those. And this and that clip on the inside is what keeps them from dragging.
Those paper clips do all that work. Oh.
Yes. Theoretically. Trust me, I've done this before. I swear, this didn't happen on the other side.
Right.
That's funny. No, it actually really didn't. And she don't want to go in. Interesting.
Be the claw, Jeremy.
It's troubleshooting 101. Look at the other side. Over here talking about how awesome Power Stop is for giving me new hardware.
Let's look at the differences between the two.
It's like the bend on it is different.
Oh.
It's the only thing I can see. Is that those two ends,
There's
like it's
a
not
little-
coming around as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. See, it's not me.
You've redeemed yourself.
I am actually a mechanic.
For all intents and purposes, Jeremy is a mechanic. Classically trained.
You can call me that.
I can call you other things.
It out just because I could. I was like, what would my car look like with maxo camber, essentially?
Yeah, for that's it. She just sits for another day, huh?
Yeah, I might do a couple little things. It's just odds and ends, you know, lines to hook up and stuff. But yeah, that's about it. Gonna sit for another day just because of the stupid broken nipples.
Broken nipples.
That. Oh, that's the other stupid neighbor. I've yet to meet him.